evening, so let's close it with a bang. And this one is really interesting because in this story, ransomware gang, like a hacker, reaches out to the person directly. So ransomware hackers, new tactic, calling you directly. And it's a story about this one dad whose son's school district had been hacked and the files were stolen and everything. And he started receiving these threats and calls from the actual hacker, and the school told them nothing. So what do you guys have to say about this story?
So I love this story.
I have opinions on this story too.
I love this story because this is another proof that ransomware gangs are just businesses and they're just in the dark economy. And they've evolved their economic model to include cold calling and lead generation,
which works.
So
it works.
They now have people manning phones, doing cold outreach to create opportunities for new ransomware payouts, and I think that's great. We last BNB we saw that ransomware gang was using AnyDesk, which is commercial, admin tools, and now we're seeing ransomware gangs have their own call centers. I mean, if it's not clear that ransomware is just the dark economy business, then I mean, what else proof do you need?
I mean, ransomware gangs should start up their own Salesforce accounts, keep track of their customers.
They probably do.
CRM, baby.
Yeah.
They're calling me day and night, Shu. Don't worry about it.
What's beautiful about this is like if you went away for the weekend and your kids broke your favorite lamp and glued it together, and you wrote an article called "Why the Light Wouldn't Turn On in the Living Room."
How did he have a response for every situation?
It's so unbelievably interesting and beautiful and sad all at the same time. And I
agree with that.
The party is not named in the article.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. Mike, Steve, and you guys, you sales guys, hear me out. Okay. This is what I was thinking of. Imagine a new service for Hack Notice. So we see that school district in like Oklahoma gets breached, and data is released, and of course the school district, they don't say anything, and they're not required to say anything. They definitely don't say anything. How about then we notify every member of that, everyone with a kid in that school district? Hey, your school district got hacked. This is a free service provided to you by Hack Notice. Blah, blah, blah. To learn more, contact sales at Hack Notice.
I'm not surprised that a school district didn't say anything. It seems like a lot of companies, districts, whatever, think they can go as silent as their only response, which never works. That never works. And it's sad for the dad and the kid, but also it's this just shows the dark economy's evolving way faster than the light economy, because ransomware gangs they're evolving quickly.
Well, the problem is, like, this goes back to the discussion we were having about county governments, is that this is not even a factor, right? Like if you become the superintendent of schools for whatever district it is, it's because you know the right people and had you have a distinguished career in education, and you know how to connect with kids, and you think you know what the district needs. And maybe what the district actually needs is an announcement policy when they have a breach.
Yeah. I mean,
Tom, do you want to say something? You say
Go, Tom. Go, Tom.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Shu has a great point. I just think it's targeted at maybe the wrong audience. And then Mike, same thing, especially if you're thinking about this from Darien, Rumson, the high echelon, the people who are sending all these, who have lots of good money for education. It's to your point about superintendents and everything else. It's if they're going to sabotage something, if cyber and hackers are going to, disrupt things, they're going to do it for those folks. So I don't think that the father and the son in this scenario, it should be given short shrift because because of PII, I don't think you can go to the parents, but you can go to the heads of things, and that's should be something that should be illuminated for that superintendent and for everyone else. Is that, are you doing this? Because everything, because of COVID, because I've firsthand experience with this, is they're taking these devices home and everything else. So you're extrapolating out by an exponentially threats, and that is probably a next level. But,
Yeah.
Well, this wasn't a thing when I was in school, but I bet you they gave your kids an iPad.
No, but I have a question.
no, they all have Chromebooks and all this other BS and all this other nonsense, and it's like, look.
And an iPhone.
Yeah.
They have an iPhone too.
And the time to go to these school administrators is now, before they get hacked, before they get breached. Because now, if, like Mike said, if you're an administrator and you get breached, your first and best reaction is just to stay silent, because you're probably under state or federal laws, and those can vary to either, like, you don't have to report anything to, you have to report something, but you have 90 days or something like that, right? That's an eternity.
Right. I can't function without my hack notice because I need to know what's coming at me so I don't get killed. I mean, it's so basic.
Hack notice will save your life. It will protect you from the bullet.
If you don't know what you've been involved in,
Yeah.
how do you know what's exposed?
Well,
and how do you know how they're going to come after you?
If you don't know what your threats are, then how can you protect against them?
Or be
You can't, you
And
cannot.
Again, Hack Notice has a free service for consumers. Anyone can sign up, and we will monitor the dark net and breaches all for you. And so it's not a matter of cost, right? These school districts can't blame it on budget, because all you have to do is automatically sign up every affected personnel.
Everyone.
And then they're immediately informed about their risks, and
Correct.
they can sign up the parents, and the parents could do it with the kid. You know, let's jointly review security
for free, by the way.
together, right?
So real world, we have a portal that we go to. If you want to sign your kid out, if you want to do anything else, that portal, I have to believe, is completely, they have no idea who runs that portal.
Right.
So in other words, that's the conduit between the school, the child, and the parent and everything else. That's where it is. That's the intersection of breach and everything else.
Yeah. The problem is that while school districts and companies think silence is their best option, they're never going to be proactive, and they're only going to do a disservice to the people affected.
Yeah, ask yourself this: with the school district budget, do you think they are competing for talent when it comes to protecting your kids' information? Like, let's not answer that. Let's just let that hang out.
Okay, so Tom, here's the conversation.
All the school district personnel there.
Tom, this is what happened. The school district's cybersecurity insurance company went back to them and said, your portal needs to have MFA. And the administrator is going to say, MFA on this software program we use, we just bought that. What's that? They're going to go back to the vendor, and vendor is going to say, it's not on the roadmap.
You know what
So that's tying all the stories we've had together today. You're welcome.
Fair.
You guys know what Taylor Ham is?
No.
All right.
Taylor,
Yeah.
An episode.
It's called pork roll, damn it.
This has been an episode of Bourbon and Data Breaches. If you like what you saw today, you like weird stuff. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you hated everything you saw today,
That's probably good for you.
But still, please comment, like, and subscribe.
yeah, argue in the comment section.
Yeah, we